Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Now we are going to proceed with the panel discussion, and the topic we are going to be covered is Beyond Borders, Exploring the Global Perspective. And for that, I would like to call Pritam Kumar Agrawal, the founder and the director of Hello Kids chain of preschool and Riverstone School; Santosh Sangam Divkar, the president, Small and Medium Hoteliers Association of Goa, recipient of National Youth Award under the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of India; and Rajkumar Kamat, the chairman of Vibrant Goa Foundation, executive director, BNI Goa, state president, Laghu, Udyog Bharati, member of Investment Promotion Board, Government of Goa, CMDEP Biocomposites Limited, and Smruti Ranjan Parida, the DGM System and IT Automation Adani Group, and Varsha Bansal, the 4A Resort Grand Plaza Lords in CEO, and Dr. John Yesudhas, the tech farming expert, Tedx speaker, and the founder and CEO of IGO Group. Come on, everybody, give a huge round of applause, and let's welcome the guests on the stage. And a small introduction about the Rajkumar Kamat sir. He is a promoter of EP Kamat Group, which is into manufacturing of composites products and waste water recycling. His manufacturing business has garnered significant recognition, receiving 2 national awards from the KVIC ANR, the Ministry of MSME. The crowning achievement among his endeavors come with the successful IPO and EP Biocomposites Limited in September 2022, which was oversubscribed by the remarkable 17.5 times. He works toward employment creation through entrepreneurial growth, utilizing his position as the Executive Director of BNI Goa, President of Laghu Udyog Bharati, Chairman of Vibrant Goa Foundation, and member of Investment Promotion Board. His commitment to employability growth extends beyond organization roles as he actively contributes through initiatives such as environment, entrepreneurship, and employability. His strive to create a harmonious scenery which sustainably business practices lead to employment opportunity for individuals in Goa. Under the leadership, BNI has flourished for the past 13 years, boasting an impressive network of 14 chapters, a membership base extending 820 MSME. Everybody give a huge round of applause for all the guests on the dais. Thank you.
Back to stage, friends. A very good morning again, and honor to be here, representing the panelists, the best of entrepreneurs, leaders from the industry, and a diverse from the diverse industries with lot much of experiences, and with the time given to us, very short, 6 people on the stage. So I have requested all the delegates on the stage that let's give some of our real life experiences, running our own entrepreneur journey, having our own leadership for the team, that what we have really understood with the today's theme of the conference, business beyond borders, exploring global perspectives, in terms of our own businesses, how we have design our product and services, how we are really positioning into the market, what we have really understood the requirement of the customers or the audiences in the world, how we have changed over the time our own services and product which we design it, but it was acceptable, not acceptable, changed, it was really been into the market for so many years, and we have done that leadership at our own different business houses. So with so much of experiences, I have requested them to give their own personal experiences so that this audience take away what we have really achieved and done and which is our future perspective of our own product and services. Right, sir? With your all permission, we can start from Mr. John. He has clearly defined his vision on the agri part. And trust me, John, I have never seen such an extensive a person or a company as on today in terms of India, in terms of marketing or a product, which is so diverse to understand the agri businesses in India. You talked about land, you talked about farming, you talked about products which you are talking about. You talked about even a dry land, what you can do, right? So in terms of that, if you can give some perspective to the audiences that in terms of developing your product or services, right?
Due to political subsidies or whatever it is, people are always used to giving freebies and then they take those freebies and they have not upgraded themselves. If engineering was mixed into farming, like what it has happened across the globe, so India was very slow to catch up that. So if you look at the whole world, if you look at Israel has pioneered a lot of technologies, but now what has happened is, as India has the largest number of engineers, so the innovation is hard to stop by. Now India has really caught up. We have come to a stage where from India, almost all the technology in farming will go. Israel is very closely tied up with Indian markets. I am also the president of Indian Greenhouse Manufacturer Association of India. So all these process policies, what we discuss with government, if you analyze globally, India is not far behind today. And one great strength what India has today is, as I already explained, India has got the highest number of agri universities and the highest number of agri graduates. Those are the real demand commodity today. Globally, agriculture universities are very less, and the students who take up this agriculture courses are very less. But in India, especially if you look at down south universities in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, then if you look at Andhra, here and all, huge number of students are taking up agri courses. And believe me, these are the guys who are going to shake the farming industry across the globe. And if you look at the global stage, what will happen is, as I already said, from India, all these agronomists will be body shop. Right? How engineers, software engineers are paid today in 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs per month. Agronomists will be paid more than that, because they are going to bring in the production, much needed production. And farming is 80% ROI industry. So no other industry can come near that, because from morning to evening you require farming products. Right? It is one product which you cannot live without, even in COVID times. You know, the only industry which was given license to operate, see, we all made our transition in that period. The government gave permission to farming companies to operate. So farming is going to be future, and globally, India will definitely rule the roost.
Thank you, John. And from my own example, friends, I'm from Bangalore, and Bangalore is one of the largest exporter of rose and flowers across the globe. And I knew it, but when I was traveling in Amsterdam, we went to the flower market, and just for a curiosity to know, and I want to listen to that answer which I was thinking about, I asked the flower shop that from where did you got these roses, right? And this guy said India, and I said, can you tell me which city or which town you are getting these roses from? And he said Bangalore, and I was happy to see that a rose which was plucked almost a day, 2 and 3 or 7 in advance, and this is so nicely decorated in that flower shop to buy, which is thousands of miles away from our own country. So thanks to agriculturists like you, who is really shaping exports of flowers to these global countries. Friends, coming back to Mr. Santosh, sir, with your own experiences of the industry you are in, and where we are happy that we are all in Goa, right, to understand the hospitality industry. And what is your takeaway on this today's topic, sir?
Hello. Yeah, hi. Good morning to all. Firstly, I would like to thank Booking Genie for inviting me here for this event. And while going through all this process, what I saw over here today, I realized what I wanted to tell is the same thing which has come through agriculture, tourism. It is all mixed, and the education segment also. When we were seeing, recently I was in Singapore. So when we went to Singapore, we saw how the agricultural and tourism is already intermixed. And at the same time, how the education system and the people they want their country to be strong. And while doing this, I saw that, okay, the same thing when you come to Goa, there's a vast difference. Goa and Singapore, actually, Goa liberated in 1960, and same time, Singapore got its independence and became the country also, 1965. You see the efforts which the country gave, the people of that country, to make that country a success, was through these people. These people have actually given efforts. If you see today, Goa is lacking, and day by day our tourism or industry is also hampered. Our economic growth is going down because our agriculture, our greenery is being depleted. And when Sir John was telling, I was really inspired by the way he was telling about how he has taken agriculture and all inside. We need that in Goa. When we say about agriculture and imbibing it with tourism, it will actually give us a better lead. And when Booking Genie and all also is there, where they have their ideas on AI integration and all, I would recommend them to take steps where, there is ecotourism which is going on. And when with ecotourism, when you all are promoting something, have the guest houses, as in small and medium hoteliers like us, make an initiative to promote them for ecotourism. The green, there is something called leads, and there is all these agricultural green certifications which are there. If you all promote the hotels in these kind of setups, it will give another tourism flow which will be huge and tremendous, for which is needed for Goa. And I would recommend you all to take something in this perspective. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Santosh sir, for the ecotourism perspective. And over to Rajkumar sir, with your so vast of experiences, small and medium enterprises, Laghu, Udyog and investments, you can give us a very good understanding to your experiences in terms of business and the perspective of, your experiences of investment and the Laghu Udyog exactly.
Thank you, Pritam. Thank you very much. Actually, if I look at things, the topic which we talked about, the global perspectives, sometimes we feel global perspective has to be the Western perspective. But I do believe, today the way the world is moving, the way the India is showing the way, I think the Indian perspective can overshadow the global perspective. And that is very, very important. A few things that I believe in. One is I'm a very strong believer that all of us should make an attempt to make our passion the profession. Okay, if we start making our passion the profession, I think the world will be a much happier and better place to live in, because everybody would be happy. I could see passion when John was talking about agriculture. Okay, I could see that thing coming out very, very clearly. And it makes a lot of difference. In fact, we talk about 4P, passion, purpose, process, and people. Okay, and I do believe from the passion, the purpose can come out. In my case, when I started my entrepreneurial journey, somehow, it was not defined or written, but right from day one, every product of mine has been an environment-friendly product. Okay. And therefore, today, if we look at today's situation, I'm into manufacture of FRP doors, which replace wooden doors. We are into biodigester tanks, which replace septic tanks so that groundwater contamination is avoided. We are into sewage and effluent treatment plants so that wastewater can be recycled and reused. So, we are attacking the water problem. So all our products are environment related. And at some time back, I was just thinking, and I felt that I'm really passionate about 3 E's: environment, entrepreneurship, and employability. In fact, if you talked about quite a few organizations I'm a part of, that is because of my passion on, I believe employment generation through entrepreneurial growth is a very, very important thing. And so everything that I do is aligned to that particular aspect. Similarly here, our purpose is, environment protection through engineered products. So these are the 2 areas that I focus on. Process is important, but I do believe that people, the team, is very, very important. Today, many a times we tend to look at market creation through high octane, marketing. Okay. But I do believe value creation is much more important. And sometimes we lose sight of value creation in trying to focus on marketing. So this value creation is something that I think each one should look into. It need not be business, it could be anywhere. But as long as we are adding value, it makes a lot of difference. So today, I believe there is one major change which is happening. And I think the speaker after me is an expert on that. Okay. So besides passion, purpose, process, and people, I think technology, which is now coming, if we are not in tune with technology and we are not utilizing technology to our advantage, we will be swept away. And therefore, I do believe, besides all this, the technology and the people play a very, very important role. In fact, in our case, we give a lot of importance to our team, because ultimately it is the team which finally delivers things for us and therefore for the customers and through that the community. It was one of the brainstorming session with the team that led us to something that we launched just 3 days back on the World Environment Day, and that is the Planet Care Community. Okay, and in fact, Dr. Samir has also been a catalyst in suggesting things like this. So we have started a Planet Care Community. Any environment conscious citizen could be a part of it. Okay, the whole idea is we would like to have thinkers, influencers, students, or just supporters who could be a part of it, so that we could work on specific problems related to environment. And when we have people from all the fields, all the stakeholders, I think definitely all thinking positively from a solution point of view, we should be in a position to come out with a solution for the benefit of the community. So people gathered here would request you to be a part of the Planet Care Community. You will hear more about it very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kamat, and your perspective on value creation, people, and you talked about technology. Let's move to Smruti, Ranjan, Parida. And yes, we'd love to listen from him, friends. He is a DGM system and IT automation at Adani Group, the group which is really one of the largest, the richest man in India, and the most, the growth we are able to see. And I will love to listen from you, Smruti, that how Adani is thinking for the next 10 years ahead of the global automation for our country, and what has been your role into that part, so that we are, at least from a friend on a stage, we are aware that this is going to happen in next 10 years.
Thank you, Pritamji, and good afternoon, everyone. So, it's a big question to ask, actually, beyond anybody's reach.
Don't give your secrets, but give your basic work style on through that part.
Yeah, I got a strict NDA on that. So, essentially, number one thing that I want to highlight here to everybody is that it is not Adani, it is India or Bharat, what you say. So, the perspective of Bharat is actually getting revolved right by now. The government initiatives, essentially the hunger of the people, because we everybody know right now all Indians are ruling over the world. That's the only thing which is actually the underlying factor which is motivating everybody to go ahead. And being associated with this group from last almost 3 to 4 years right now, what I see is that globally the group is actually very, you can say that it's a good listener. The organization is a very good listener. The organization is a very good observer. So we do try to actually go to multiple nooks and corner of the world, try to see what is happening in terms of the change, which is actually going to bring a positive advancement to the entire fraternity. Now, because sir has also told that technology is one of the very ideating factor or the defining factor for any business that we do or any growth that we do. I do believe in that because, see, essentially from computers to the computers, the journey has been already walked actually. And now I think I have got 3-4 interns joined in my team a couple of days back. So one is from IIT Roorkee. He was mentioning that, sir, what are the things that we are going to learn in this? So I told that, you tell me what are the things that you are learning in your colleges. So I was very happy that on the first to second year of the college, they are making people aware about chatbots. They are making people aware about how the technology can be a driver for the organizational business. That's very important. Because I think we all are from one of the eras where technology was getting evolved one by one. And now we have reached to a place where a smart AI is also generated. Like the Sophia robot, I think we know, the Hudson technology that has been developed, one of the, what do you say, it can say most advanced robot that has been made right now. One of the inspiration of the all technology enthusiasts across the world, that when you are actually thinking beyond technology, technology can actually take you to reach wherever you wish to. And like people management, and that's a very good subject of me because I do have that business area with me. What we are doing right now is that we are understanding people's psychology. So the predictive index understanding is one of the major factor for understanding the emotion of the people who are working with us, like the employee emotions. I think it's a very, very silly thing that we are not understanding that everybody is trying to grow up, everybody is trying to grow up the business, scale up the business, but they're not trying to focus on the entire fraternity that the people are the growth enablers. Technology can be one of the things which you can utilize to say monitor, say grow, say enable the growth. But however, people have to be actually focused upon and they have to be empowered so that they are actually taking your organization to a next level. I think I'll not take much time and thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Smruti, for this perspective. And over to the last speaker, Varsha madam, with your experiences of running multiple hotels and being into the hospitality industry. We'll also like to know about your innovation and products and services.
Hi, good afternoon. I think the industry which I belong to is actually at the cusp. Because when we're talking about beyond borders, exploring global perspective, I think about 15 years back, we would talk about European hospitality or probably South Asian or, Southeast Asian hospitality. The perspective in last 10 years in the industries, we're going back towards being Indian. and being extremely proud of the fact that Indian hospitality is one of the best. But what we are doing is we are merging it with the global practices, the best of global practices, by getting it more transparent, which is people are more aware about what they're eating, what they're not eating. My speakers before me, they spoke about, very important terms. They spoke about educational tourism. They talked about they talked about health tourism, they talked about ecotourism. When Mr. John was giving his presentation, I was just thinking about various areas in my hotel, where can I fit in a container or something? Because from farm to plate is another very big trend in our industry. We've got a lot of restaurants opening pan-India, which are talking about such kind of food, and they're actually charging extra. When we're talking about farmers, you can see how, all the speakers that we are talking about, how all the industries are blending in together and merging, and we make a better product. Mr. Kamat was talking about certain products, and these are the major products which I need to have in my industry in order to even get the go ahead to start your STPs and your various plants. So everything is correlated. That is the main thing what we're talking about is, how nature, environment, and the various industries can combine together, do better together. And these are the kind of changes which will happen. In today's time, we're talking India is very strong, India is going different places, but at the same time, we have to learn, unlearn every day in order to match up to the world. Thank you.
Thank you. And towards the end of the session here, can we take some questions from the audience to any of us, right? And where we can give more understanding to your topic or your questions, so that we are here and we are here with everyone for this topic. Anyone? You can give a questions to all of us, or any specific, no issues, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm Anjana. I'm from Crimson World School, Varanasi. This question is open to everyone. We have spoken about bringing global perspectives to people. Going beyond boundaries, transcending boundaries. But what plan is there, like Mr. Pritam said? Why can't we bring this to the school level and maybe begin when a child reaches class 6? Why is all this planning about, from college upwards? Why can't a training program or an induction or an eye-opener for children be planned so that they are better prepared for future, rather than thinking like Mr. Pritam said, 2 years and then plus 2 years and then plus 5. So why can't something for these be planned and told to children maybe from the school level itself?
Ma'am, just anyone?
Your field.
Madam, as an entrepreneur, I feel that I went to China almost 12-15 years later than I should have gone back to China, all right? And my brother's sons are getting 13 this year, and I'm taking them to China this year, and I'll be taking them every year once to China to understand that business perspective. That is one. Second thing is our new education policy, the national education policy was given to us in June 2020, clearly talks about internship at an early years, right? Now, another thought process, when Dayanand sir was talking about me to understand the future, madam, I wanted to make a school, right? See, Sivasis talks about travel, right? I'm a person who has learned everything. I have left fear from the travel itself. When you go to different places, eat different places, sleep at different places, meet different people, right? I also wanted to create a school in future that my son who is studying in first grade should get a chance, not only once in a year, to go see a Taj Mahal in 3 days and come back. I don't want to go to him. I don't want him to go to Germany for a 1 week of tour, right? I'm looking for a school, or I'll try to create that school that every year the child is moving to a nearby city or a town to stay into that school, the same class. If my child is studying in first grade in Bangalore, he must go to a city very close by, first to Mysore, let's say. And he should spend at least the first quarter of his studies, or second quarter, or third quarter, or 1 quarter in a year in Mysore itself, to understand people in Mysore, to students of Mysore, to have to understand food. Second grade, can I move him to Chennai? And third grade, can I move him to Hyderabad? And slowly, slowly, by the time he has come out of a school which is 12 years, he has seen 12 states of India. He has friends and understanding to 12 set of different people. That can be a better school, better perspective to learn than any theories or any books of Philip Kotler in my classrooms or a sin theta cos theta, which I'll never use it. So that should be the perspective as a school teacher. And over to friends if they have any other perspective to this.
Yeah, I would like to attach it to one of my pet subject, and that is passion and entrepreneurship. Okay. I fully agree with you. I think we need to start young, anything that is there. And I do believe the new education policy gives you that flexibility, which was not there so far, right? So I think it is for the people who are managing the school, heading the school, to take that initiative. I have found that in some of the institutions where, let us say, it is not a private institution, then they seem to be working in a framework where they are not in a position to move out of that framework, and that leads to unnecessary constraints. I've come across some institutions where they have the entrepreneurship cell, okay, but a professor who is already doing something is given that additional assignment, okay. And if we look at it 6 months down the line, we find that nothing has happened because the priority goes to what he is actually doing in the other subjects, and this is just an add-on. So, in fact, I was talking to the Chief Minister just about 3 days back, and I said that, because this was a government institution, I said that we need to give a full-time person in the schools and colleges for whatever you want to focus on, because it is only then you can make him accountable. Otherwise, there is no accountability when you have parallel things which are going on. He has, of course, liked the idea and has asked me to give a note. But I think we need to take, while somewhere we may require government support, but wherever we can, like Pritam has said, if we can in any way catalyze, if in any way we can facilitate things happening, that would be something, a very good thing that can happen.
See, I believe everything we pick up very late, as Madam was asking, why can't it happen in schools? At least from college, what is very essential for today to grow is the basic fundamentals. You need good health. You know how to make wealth. You should know how to build relationships. But these are taught very late, or we get this from practical experience over a period of time. By the time, we would have lost 10, 20 years of precious time. If a student is given in college at least 2 periods where they teach about these things, that is more than enough. Because college, anyway, he will get into his own specialized fields. But the importance of health has never been told to people, right? So people start, then what will happen is the students who come out of colleges will be a beautiful product. They know how to maintain their health, they know how to make wealth, and they know how to maintain relationships also. So if all these 3 quotients or 4 quotients are achieved, then obviously we will have a good happiness index. So what we have to understand here is the happiness index. India is falling far behind, but globally, if you look at the Scandinavian countries, the most happy people are in that belt. Because probably their upbringing or the education, what they get might be like that. And even if you look at Japan, basically from the school period itself, they teach them discipline. Without discipline, you cannot achieve anything. I'm sure the entrepreneurs who have come here have been, you are following certain set of disciplines, otherwise you wouldn't have got here, right? You are that, say, 5% or 10% of people. So overall, for the majority to understand this, it has to come from the schooling. From the schools, we have to teach them like what Japan does. Each country has its own plus. Like Japan is very good in teaching discipline. The Scandinavian countries, if you look at their education, gives them the happiness index for life. So if we combine all these good things from different countries and collage it and make a different educational product, I think we'll have a world-winning product.
So thank you everyone for listening us, and we will be around. If anybody wants to interact with us, feel free to discuss anything which you agree or disagree with us. So we'll love to talk and interact with you. Thank you, friends. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Sameer, sir, and Subhashish, sir, to please come on this dais to felicitate all our speakers. Come on, everybody. Give a huge round of applause. Check. And last for Varsha Bansal. Everybody please give a huge round of applause to all speakers. And next felicitate to the Dr. John Yesudhas. Everybody give a huge round of applause. Thank you so much to the all speakers. I request to please have a group photo. Thank you so much.